Now on Nightside, closing statements for the former police officer accused of murder took place today. The arguments made by each side as they tried to persuade the judge.
Low clouds, fog, and drizzle. I'll let you know if there's any sign of more festive holiday weather in your first alert forecast.
And the body of a woman who has been missing since last December has been found and linked to a recent double murder. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. Thanks for staying up with us here tonight. I'm Jordan Smith. We'll begin with some breaking news since we were last on the air. Police found a homemade explosive at a home in Meade tonight. That device was found on East Moody near North Myrtle. According to the Sheriff's Department, that explosive was related to an argument between two groups who knew each other. A team disposed of it, and fortunately, no one was hurt. An investigation is ongoing. And check out this video. A major crash blocked all lanes of I-90 westbound at the Barker exit around 9 o'clock tonight. Still no word on what caused that crash, but you can see that those headlights still backed up even tonight. Both the defense and prosecution gave their closing statements in the retrial of Richard Aguirre, a former Pasco police officer accused of killing a Spokane woman over 3 decades ago. Ruby Doss's body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane in 1986. Aguirre was in court while both his attorney and the state argued their case. Ruby Doss was killed by strangulation. The area that her body was found was known for prostitution at the time. A used condom found at the crime scene had Aguirre's DNA on it. The defense argued that there had to have been other condoms in the area as well. Early testimony revealed that there weren't. The prosecution argued that DNA evidence pointed to Aguirre as the killer.
We have one dead victim, and we have one condom, and one person with the opportunity to be able to commit this crime. One condom that was filled with the DNA of Richard J. Aguirre.
Aguirre's attorney said if Aguirre was the killer, his DNA would have been on the neck of Doss's blouse, and it wasn't.
So now we have Mr. Aguirre excluded from the neck and from the jacket that Ms. Doss was wearing when she was strangled. We have him excluded from the black pants that were unzipped. We now have him excluded as a contributor to DNA on the underwear that Ms. Doss was wearing.
The judge is expected to make a ruling on December 26th, and will continue to keep you updated with any new information as soon as it becomes available. The Spokane County Medical Examiner has identified a woman whose body was found in Valley Ford last week. 49-year-old Janelle Martinson was reported missing in early December. The cause of her death is pending, though Martinson's name was also mentioned in court documents related to a double homicide investigation in East Spokane, where the two people killed there, Kiara Morgan Wheeland and Colton Russell, were suspects in Martinson's disappearance. The Spokane Police Department says surveillance footage helped officers arrest 25-year-old Brandon Kenny in that double homicide investigation. He had his first appearance in court today. We've been keeping you updated on the very latest details in this ongoing investigation. SPD is working to determine if anyone else is involved, and we'll keep you updated here on 4 News Now and on KXLY.com. Meantime, tonight, the fate of a local historic aircraft is a mystery tonight. The Historic Flight Foundation closed its doors to the public for now because of some legal challenges in North Dakota. Its founder has to pay off $20 million in debts, leaving uncertainty for when the museum might reopen. The museum founder, John Sessions, owns several businesses, including Eagle Crest Apartments. And last year, a North Dakota jury found that Sessions had violated fraudulent transfer of funds. The North Dakota court says the Kansas City-based UMB Bank was allowed to collect more than $20 million in debts from Sessions. His appeal failed. Visitors say they're sad to see it closed.
It's all torn apart inside now. I dropped in a few days ago and asked the guys working in there, when's this going to reopen? They said, we don't know.
Last Thursday, Spokane County Superior Court denied Sessions' motion to cancel the North Dakota court judgment. According to court documents, the judge says, quote, HFF's argument misunderstands the reach of Washington law. Washington law would not consider other state laws, and the money problems crossed state lines. 4 News Now asked Sessions over the phone for comment on the current legal challenges. Sessions says he will not make a statement because he's still in litigation. Well, some drizzle made it a damp night. Chris Crocker's here for what you can expect for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it is a rather dreary scene out there tonight and will be for Wednesday as well. 4 things to know about your weather. Cloudy and drizzly. Temperatures, however, are going to be mild. Our overnight low will likely stay just above freezing and highs about 10 degrees above average. Our next chance of wet weather comes in late in the day Friday and into Saturday morning. Starting off as rain and then a rain-snow mix in spots. There is still a slight chance of very light snow on Christmas Day. It's not going to amount to much. Meanwhile, we're seeing a redevelopment of a few showers down around Rockford, heading up into Liberty Lake and parts of Spokane Valley. We will not see much rain left this evening, just these few stragglers. And then again, we're going to see the low clouds and fog replacing that with the drizzle. In fact, already seeing a fair amount of fog through the Okanagan Valley and parts of the northern Columbia Basin. A few spots here and there as well, and even out at Fairchild Air Force Base, visibility is down to 2 miles. Look at our temperatures. Here we are at 11 o'clock. It's still 37 in Spokane, 36 in Coeur d'Alene. It's 50 in Lewiston. We've been holding steady at that number. Had to make sure my computer didn't freeze up because these temperatures have not dropped much at all, if at all, since early this evening. And it's going to be a mild day again tomorrow. Some drizzle to start the day. I don't think we're going to see any sun breaks, especially with the rain today, heading to a high of 42. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. It does include Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in just a few minutes. Jordan?
All right, Chris, thanks for that. We're looking forward to it. The Seattle Seahawks dramatically changed their playoff chances last night. Seattle's game-winning drive knocked off the Philadelphia Eagles on Monday Night Football, and the win keeps the Seahawks within close distance of a wild card spot. Sports director Julian Minnesone joins us in studio. And Julian, ESPN only gave the Seahawks a 25% chance to make the playoffs heading into that game. And what is that looking like after that win?
Well, I'll tell you, Seahawks fans might want to send Drew Lock some thank you cards because that was all him last night. Seattle now has a 57% chance to make the playoff thanks to Lock's game-winning touchdown pass. But there still is a lot of work to do if you're Seattle. You're here on 4 News Now. Live in the studio, Julian Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
All right, Julian, thanks so much for that. Well, a Washington hiker fell over 1,200 feet in the Olympic National Forest and survived. Erica Zuko reports.
This is where Naval Air Station Whidbey's search and rescue team says a hiker fell more than 1,200 feet Saturday on Mount Eleanor in the Olympic National Forest, prompting a quick rescue in difficult terrain.
We got on scene and we saw multiple avalanche paths, and using our night vision goggles, because it was totally dark outside, we were able to see the top of the mountain where there were a bunch of footprints from him and his partner, but we couldn't really see where the footprints ended up going.
The hiker was able to flash a light so they could find him. Mount Eleanor is popular in the summer when the ground looks much different. This rescue happened after little snowpack and lots of rain led to icy trails and the aftermath of avalanches. Dangerous chutes, hikers can slip down. Conditions meant the crew had to be careful while lowering a member to hoist the hiker up.
Biggest concern, at least for me in the back, is we spot someone there, right, and potential avalanche danger. So if we come into a hover, we could potentially start another avalanche.
Avalanche risks and ice-packed paths will be a concern for the next few months. Olympic Mountain Rescue, which coordinated ground operations for this rescue, says awareness is key.
Number one is to be prepared. Not only with equipment, but the proper training and knowing what you're getting into and using the resources that are available. Northwest Avalanche Center this time of year is anytime you're going into the backcountry, check their forecasts and see what the conditions are.
Well, just amazing story out of there. Well, when we come back here tonight, a mask mandate is back in place at multi-care hospitals. We'll explain why. Plus, a girl who lost her foot, her home, and her father has a new lease on life. That's next on Nightside.
Pick of the night tonight is from our friend Carol Ellis out in Meade. She shared this picture and some hopeful information. She said the fog and low clouds can actually be very beautiful. They get a bad rap. In this case, they certainly are. She captured this image on the Pion Prairie. Thank you, Carol.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Burke's Restoration.
Here's a holiday thought to ponder. Is it truly a wish list if you only have one wish? Here's to getting everything you're hoping for this season. Make your wish list a reality with exceptional offers during the season of Audi.
Hi, I'm Michelle with APH Buys Homes, and we buy houses for cash. We're local home buyers who help homeowners in difficult situations get paid fast. Inherited houses, foreclosures, family disputes, rented or vacant, even nicer homes you just can't keep up with. We buy them all. So before you call anyone else, give us a call for a free cash offer. Just call 509-818-1800. That's 509-818-1800.
Bounce from one doctor to the next. Does it have to be like this?
At Kaiser Permanente, we have a different kind of health care.
So, how did you like that?
Where all of us work together for all that is you.
I was only planning to jingle some of the way tonight, but now I think I might be jingling all the way for you.
It's never too early for late night cheer.
How satisfied are you with your visit with us?
I'm not satisfied.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
The holidays inspire us all to connect. With family, with friends, no matter what the road throws at you. So find the connection you're looking for this winter in a new SUV with standard all-wheel drive during the Mazda Season of Inspiration sales event.
Right now at Foothills Mazda, get 0% financing for 5 years and 0 down payment with approved credit on the all-wheel drive Mazda CX-5. Shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Spokane, the most amazing care anywhere.
Welcome back. Back to old habits. A mask mandate is now in place at all multi-care hospitals and some of its high-risk clinics. This time it's not because of COVID. The mask requirement is in response to rising flu and RSV rates. The same mandate is already in place at multi-care hospitals in 5 other counties in Washington.
So it was the Northwest Healthcare Response Network set up the thresholds over a month ago, and when they crossed the threshold, it became a very easy decision.
The mandate is in place for all patient care areas at multi-care hospitals. This means check-in, the waiting room, and exam rooms. In spaces like the cafeteria, masks are not required. 17-year-old Elida was asleep with her family when an earthquake struck Turkey in February, completely leveling their home while they were all inside. In just seconds, their home and town were completely destroyed. The earthquake hit early in the morning while they were all sleeping, trapping them under rubble for nearly 4 days. Elida's father didn't make it. Her left foot had been caught under the rubble the entire time, causing severe damage, and it had to be amputated. But just days ago, she was able to get her new foot here at Shriners Children's Hospital.
I actually started to like running a little bit, and I'm planning to play sports again, like maybe basketball, soccer, like I used to.
She and her mom will return home to Turkey next month, and she says despite losing her foot, her home, and her father, she still has hope for the future. Multiple new laws for Washington go into effect January 1st, including an update to the state's mandatory sick leave program. That's the law that requires employers to provide an hour of sick time for every 80 hours worked. Construction workers will now be covered by that program. They were originally left out because the law stated that you had to work for the same employer for 90 days to qualify. According to the state's Building and Construction Trades Council, they say that construction workers rarely hit the 90-day mark since they end up working with multiple employers. Also starting on the 1st, there will be a 10-day waiting period before buying any firearm in the Evergreen State. Currently, the waiting period only applies to semi-automatic weapons. Sellers will need to initiate a background check and wait 10 additional days. Gun owners must also prove that they have passed a safety training program within the last 5 years or prove that they are exempt from the training requirements. Well, first came goat yoga and now airport llamas. If you look at your screen there, those two furry friends named Prince and Benny visited the Portland International Airport to help soothe any stressed out travelers.
It can be a stressful time of year to travel, so getting a llama hug can kind of alleviate all the tension. It's the most fun to see everyone's reactions because you go from stress and concentrated trying to get to your gate on time to looking up and just seeing these 400-pound fluffs walking right by you.
It's certainly a new take on therapy dogs. And Chris, you know, I'm kind of a nervous flyer, and I must admit, if I saw 2 llamas at the airport, that would probably ease my tension with more curiosity, like what are they doing here? But that's kind of a cool touch.
I agree. Yes, I like that they're doing all those things to make flying a little less stressful.
Right.
But there's a lot of flying that's going to be happening here in the next little bit, and driving, and the driving is actually going to be pretty smooth sailing because of our warm weather. Let's take a look now at the time lapse from today. No problems driving other than the drizzle and the light rain and the gray skies. You definitely did not need your sunglasses today. Picked up 0.11 of an inch of rain out at the airport. We're still 2 inches behind average year to date, but well above average for the month. We've had over 3 inches of precipitation so far this month. The month obviously not over yet, so we may add to that the wettest month of the year by far, and more than double every month except November. Meanwhile, your forecast for tonight, it is a familiar mantra: low clouds, fog, and some drizzle. 33 degrees for an overnight low, although at the rate we're cooling, we may not even get that low. Around the region, temperatures will be staying above freezing in most spots. 41 degrees in Lewiston. Tomorrow's high, 42, patchy drizzle, a gray day. Winds are light. 42 is about 10 degrees above our average high, and we have some very warm readings around the region tomorrow, including back up in the 50s in Lewiston, mid-40s from Kellogg down through Pullman, 44 in Ritzville and in Omak. It'll be in the 40s in Bonners Ferry and Sandpoint, so we're going to be melting a little more of those snow piles around the region, and the snow is going to be hard to come by. Here's a look at the big picture of what's going on with our weather. And this is a trademark El Nino weather pattern. We have a split jet stream where a strong southern branch of the jet is bringing a lot of precipitation into the southern states, northern branch of the jet heading to the north, and we're left with very little with this weather pattern. So as this system moves inward into California, all the precipitation heading to our north for Wednesday and Thursday. But then as we get into Friday, we bring in the chance of some light rain. This is 7 o'clock Friday evening. May start to see some snow mixing in, and I think we will get some fresh snow. Not a lot, but some fresh snow at our ski resorts with this system. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Drizzle tomorrow, 42 degrees. Winter officially starts on Thursday. The winter solstice is late in the day. We have a chance of a rain-snow mix Friday into Saturday morning. Start really cooling down. Christmas Eve, 33 degrees for a high. That was our low today, with mostly cloudy skies. Finally, on Christmas, a 20% chance of light snow. So we cannot rule out a little bit of light snow on Christmas, and then more wet weather heading into the middle of next week. Jordan, still at that little glimmer of hope.
Slight glimmer of hope, but you know, in the meantime, it's going to be easier for drivers to get across the state. So.
Yes, and that is a very good thing.
Yes.
No white knuckle drives over the Cascades.
Right. Over Snoqualmie Pass or anything like that.
Right.
So there is good news. They won't be dealing with snow necessarily, but as Chris mentioned, there is going to be a lot of people hitting the roads this holiday season, and that will slow you down. That's why the Department of Transportation shared this graph showing the busiest times to drive over Snoqualmie Pass. And the busiest time of the weekend is Saturday in the early afternoon between 1 and 3 p.m. And if you're planning that return trip from Western Washington, the day after Christmas will be the busiest day, again, in those early afternoon hours. So be sure to give yourself plenty of time. New on Nightside tonight, Comcast says the personal information of nearly 36 million of its Xfinity customers may have been accessed by hackers. Comcast said that the breach, which happened in October, was the result of a vulnerability in third-party cloud computing software made by Citrix. The compromised Xfinity data includes usernames, scrambled passwords, birth dates, contact information, the last 4 digits of social security numbers, along with secret questions and answers. Comcast says the affected software has now been patched, and the cable giant is not aware of any leaks of customer data, nor of any attacks on customers. Christmas recycling tips to keep your home and the planet tidy this holiday. That story coming up next on Nightside.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Eat big, spend small. Eat that big, oh my, Carl's Cali Classic Charbroiled Burger flavor. In a full meal combo with small fries and a drink for just $5.99. Big, small, win, win.
Burning the candle at both ends this holiday season? Well, if it's Z's you need, the holiday sale at Denver Mattress has you covered. And right now, everything is on sale, like the budget-friendly Summit Queen for only $332.49. Or check out Easy Choice Plush or Firm, now just $474.99. Get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, plus 5 years, no interest financing, and free shipping right to your doorstep. The holiday sale, on now at Denver Mattress.
My darling granddaughter, when I was your age, I was given this camera. May it capture your big, beautiful life the way it did mine.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Grandma.
If you can't resist the flavor of the Carl's Jr. Guacamole Bacon Burger, charbroiled beef, crispy bacon, and lots of house-made guacamole, it's okay. Everyone gives in to the guac. Free guacamole bacon burger with new My Rewards sign-up.
4 News Now is brought to you by Summit Cancer Centers.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. Many of us are in the home stretch for holiday preparations. Finding a way to organize what you need to throw away and what you need to recycle can get overwhelming during Christmas time. So here's a few tips from the city of Spokane to help. Make sure you have 2 separate containers for trash and recycling. And that includes when you're wrapping presents for your friends and your family and when you're opening gifts on Christmas Day. Recyclable items include broken down cardboard boxes, greeting cards and envelopes without glitter, and non-shiny paper bags with the handles removed. Kirsten Davis with the city of Spokane says making sure your trash is put in the correct bin is essential to the recycling process.
We want to make sure that the items that we're putting in our blue recycling cart are the ones that should go through there, because if there are things in there that are not recyclable, the entire cart is what we call contaminated and we can't use it.
And you can also repurpose items laying around your home like extra Christmas cards and paper bags into holiday decorations for next year. So for more Christmas tips, recycling tips, you can just find the story on our website, kxly.com. One gift you won't want to get for your loved one this year. More than 300,000 Power XL dual basket air fryers are being recalled for a burn risk. The Consumer Product Safety Commission has received reports of the baskets breaking apart while being used and then burning the user. The recalled air fryers were sold at Walmart, Target, and Kohl's, so consumers can receive a full refund by contacting Empower Brands. One Instagram famous dog at Washington State University is being treated for cancer. On your screen now, this is Dash. Dash is a social media star. WSU vet surgeons removed a malignant tumor from his spleen. And the good news is there's no evidence that that tumor has spread. So Dash will be doing a few weeks of oral chemotherapy just in case. But we hope Dash has a speedy recovery and hope to see him on campus here soon. Gonzaga basketball has been struggling of late. What it'll take to get the Bulldogs back on track for tomorrow's game. That's coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Starting in January,
yes, Ken.
Celebrity Jeopardy is moving to Tuesdays.
The greatest game show on earth.
Holy moly. Get ready for it. Hosted by me, Ken Jennings.
Blinded by the star power.
We may make television history.
Like anything can happen.
Yes! You did good, but you failed me in the end.
Celebrity Jeopardy returns new Tuesday, January 2nd on ABC and stream on Hulu.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Stay safe while traveling this winter. Before you head out, trust the First Alert weather team to pinpoint the safest times to go and exactly what to expect. 4 News Now First Alert weather on air, on the app, and streaming on KXLY Plus.
Rugged, capable off-road travel, adept at towing heavy loads, the completely redesigned Nissan Pathfinder has all the features buyers are looking for in a full-size SUV. Check these features: seating up to 8 with easy access third row, cabin noise reduction, super smooth 9-speed transmission, towing up to 6,000 pounds with 284 horsepower, classy upscale design, and two-tone style. There's lots more with this Pathfinder. Find out at Coeur d'Alene Nissan, just off Highway 95.
This holiday season, Walker's Furniture and Anton Watson are teaming up with the help of KXLY to give some person or family in need the gift of a better night's sleep.
My favorite color is purple.
Just go to KXLY.com and nominate the person or family who could use a new mattress. And on December 21st, we'll announce the winner.
Thank you, KXLY, for helping Walker's Furniture and myself spread the word for this great cause. Together, we can make a difference.
Well, it's the holiday season, and all Mark Few wants for Christmas is a win. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Gonzaga basketball has been struggling. The Bulldogs have lost 2 of their last 3 games, but they have one more chance to get a win before the holiday break. Gonzaga will take on Jackson State at the Kennel tomorrow. This isn't the first time Jackson State will be playing a WCC team this season. JSU lost by double digits to both Loyola Marymount and San Diego. Now, the Zags are hoping to continue that trend, but they'll have to play a lot better. Gonzaga has shot just 25% from three-point range in the last 3 games. And head coach Mark Few says, well, it starts with his star players.
I mean, they felt it. They competed physically. We just got to be able to step up and make shots in games like this. And you need, 8 games out of your best guys,
Tip-off is at 6 o'clock tomorrow night. It's the first ever meeting between Jackson State and the Bulldogs. Idaho women's hoops hosting St. Martin's, last non-conference game for the Vandals, and it was Education Day at ICCU Arena. Thousands of kids in the crowd, and the Vandals gave them something to cheer about. Kennedy Johnson threads the needle to Amelie Langer. Vandals up by 9 at halftime. Second half, it was the Kennedy Johnson show. Johnson from the top of the key is going to bury the 3. The kids are going crazy. They're loving it in the crowd. How about more from Johnson in the second half? This time, she's going to pump fake and step in for the 2-point jumper. Johnson had a career-high 20 points, and the Vandals send the kids home happy. Idaho cruises to a 63-44 victory. The Vandals open Big Sky Conference play against Sacramento State on the road next week. And former Idaho running back Anthony Woods has committed to play at Utah next year. Woods ran for more than 1,100 yards and scored 17 touchdowns for the Vandals this past season. He also earned second-team All-Big Sky. Woods was a huge reason why Idaho made it to the quarterfinals of the FCS playoffs. Washington's Kalen DeBoer won AP Coach of the Year in college football. DeBoer led the Huskies to a perfect 13-0 record, a Pac-12 championship, and a spot in the college football playoff in just his second season at UW. DeBoer also won National Coach of the Year on ESPN's College Football Awards and the Pac-12 Coach of the Year. DeBoer and the Huskies will take on Texas in the Sugar Bowl on New Year's Day. And it's about 2 months until the start of the college baseball season, and a lot of eyes will be on Washington State. The Cougars will play 15 games on the Pac-12 network in 2024. It's the most games WSU baseball will have on TV since 2017. The Cougars are led by new head coach Nathan Choate. Choate spent the past 4 seasons at Loyola Marymount, where they won the WCC title last season. Now, the Cougars will have a total of 5 series on TV, 3 home and 2 away. Now, this includes the rivalry series against Washington. The regular season starts on February 16th on the road against Utah Tech. So that's good for WSU baseball. Also, big news, tomorrow's National Signing Day. We're expected to hear from Idaho head coach Jason Eck and WSU head coach Jake Dickert on the new signees, the new Cougars and Vandals that will be coming playing football here in the Inland
Yeah,
Northwest.
a lot of holes to fill on both sides of that roster, I would think, especially after Idaho, as you said, had a couple of transfers to some bigger schools.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where they go from there. All right, well, we'll be back with one last look at weather. Stay with us here after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account. I get paid every time I buy something. It's like a bonus for me.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or hauling a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Hi, I'm Michelle with APH Buys Homes, and we buy houses for cash. We're local home buyers who help homeowners in difficult situations get paid fast. Inherited houses, foreclosures, family disputes, rented or vacant, even nicer homes you just can't keep up with. We buy them all. So before you call anyone else, give us a call for a free cash offer. Just call 509-818-1800. That's 509-818-1800.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Blazer models, or use your Red Tag bonus cash to get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Blazer.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
I have to say this weather pattern has been very conducive to getting all those holiday errands done. We're not fighting the snow. There's plenty of parking spots because there's not giant mounds of snow and big deep ruts. So there are pluses.
Yeah, no berms to deal with. Yeah, it's great. Well, I know that this weather isn't the most holiday, I guess, exciting holiday weather, but there's some holiday movies you can watch to kind of get you in that holiday mood. And right now we've got a bracket on KXLY.com. Tonight it's Home Alone going up against Charlie Brown Christmas. 2 really popular titles, kind of a heavyweight matchup. I don't know, Julian, we talked about this earlier. Where do you stand on this? Or are you a Home Alone guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Charlie Brown Christmas.
Really?
For me.
Surprising.
Yeah, I like the Peanuts kids. So.
Peanuts, it's hard to say no to Snoopy.
Yeah.
I'm a Home Alone guy. I kind of like Macaulay Culkin, so we'll see how they do tonight.